Well, for one high-tech company here in the Valley, the events of 9/11 brought the greatest change ever in its history. A call to service that led them right into the ruins of the Pentagon. And the job that they did there helped speed the recovery at the nerve center of the U.S. military and to get the war on terrorism up and running. Dave Marquis reports.
Goosebumps are in my hair standing on end, wondering, what my country's about to ask me to do. Pouring that oil.
For Bill Alderson, challenges usually come without warning, but the Sunday afternoon call from a Pentagon general still came as a shock.
We need the best company in the world at doing critical problem resolution, and he says, and everyone's told us that you're the company.
When Flight 77 hit the Pentagon, much of the damage came at the heart of the U.S. Army's computer network, and the toll on human lives was far worse.
One of the most tragic things that happened was the gentleman who was in charge of the Army's part of this network. The airplane apparently flew through his window. So they lost many critical personnel.
Clear! The next morning, Alderson and 5 of Pine Mountain Group's top engineers were on their way to Washington. They will never forget their arrival.
2/5 of the Pentagon was gone.
Computers, servers, an entire network had been shattered, its remains reassembled in another part of the building. But after 11 days, it was barely working. The Pentagon could hardly talk to itself.
Those are the sort of moments that you prepare for all of your life.
Alderson and his engineers went to work, searching for bottlenecks and broken connections in a maze of systems whose online documentation was mostly missing.
You have the internet, firewalls, routers, VPNs, VLANs, switches.
The Folsom-based company is to computer networks what a forensics expert is to a murder case, trying to decipher clues that will solve a mystery others have given up.
I basically try to get a three-dimensional view of the technology. I tron into these systems and try and figure out how they're working.
Like others at the Pentagon, he and his engineers working under extreme pressure.
They had to get up in the morning every day, and they had to decide to move themselves into harm's way, to go back to that building, which could still be a target.
His team began quickly finding the bottlenecks.
So we did an optimization here, increased it, and then we found another problem and increased it.
Performance on one important data link soon improved by 6 times, and within days the system was back up and running near capacity. To Alderson and others at the Pentagon, getting things running normally was the best way to answer back.
We should be moving on with life as usual, or even more so, in the face of danger. That's what Americans are about.
He and his company are ready for the next call. Until then, Alderson believes answering the threat of terror means living as we have always lived.
Our retaliation is going out and doing what we always do. And that's the best retaliation, and that's how we're going to overcome.
In Folsom, Dave Marquis, News 10.
And they do it very, very well. And by the way, that next call did come. Bill Alderson and his team recently returned from another troubleshooting trip to the Pentagon, and they're ready to go back again when they're needed.
Great work from Bill Alderson and his team.